for our next guest with over 10 years of experience in IT as an entrepreneur, as a keynote speaker. He combines the passion that he has for Web3 with all the knowledge that he got from Web2, and that's how Webit came to life. In his free time, he's making some really good beer that you probably tasted in the networking area yesterday and that you can still taste today. So, without further ado, let's welcome Marius Drenea from Webit.
All right. Hi, everyone. Hey. My name is Marius. I'm co-founder and partner of WebitFactory. I'm a Web3 enthusiast with more than 6 years experience as a builder and investor in the space, and also more than 10 years experience as an entrepreneur and engineer. Today, the presentation, it's called 1, 2, 3. Basically, it means from Web 1.0 to Web 3.0. One moment. All right, so what I'm going to tell you today is the story of the internet, with its genesis and how we know the internet today. Furthermore, later in my presentation, I will showcase few use cases of how blockchain can be used into day-to-day tasks. Our vision as a company is to bring blockchain into mainstream, into day-to-day activities. In order to celebrate our journey in the Web3, we prepared a small gift for you, which I will let you know at the end of the presentation. So, please raise your hand if you recognize any of the images. All right. Seems there are some very old internet users here with us. These are some Web 1.0 websites. Web 1.0 was a static web where the users could read content from these websites. They could not actually interact or collaborate in creating the content. Basically, all these websites were static with text and images, and in order to design them, people use HTML and CSS. Let's play once again the raise your hand if you recognize the images. Okay, seems there are a lot more people. Of course, we have Wikipedia, we have YouTube, we have Amazon, Twitter. These are web applications that we use almost daily, I would say, and it's pretty hard not to recognize them. But what's the difference between previous websites I showed you and the current ones that are displayed right now? Well, these are Web 2.0 websites. Basically, the difference between Web 1.0 and Web 2.0 is that we have a more dynamic websites, we have better user experience, users can contribute with content on this, like Twitter. You make a post that's going to be shared with all your followers, right? So, this is one of the first major differences between Web 1.0 and Web 2.0 is the collaborative content, basically, where everyone creates content, posts it on the internet, and other users can read and can get insights from it. Another aspect is that in Web 2.0, you no longer need to install your application, you no longer need to install the application on your device, which makes it very flexible for us because you can log into your accounts on different applications from your mobile device or from your laptop, for example. Right, next, we have the Web 3.0, but what do Web 3.0 mean? Web 3.0 comes with more richful content, more personalized content from many points of view. With Web 3.0, we understand an extension of Web 2.0 with blockchain technology, AI technology, and others. But today, we'll discuss more about the Web3 from the point of blockchain technology. What is blockchain technology? Do you use it on a daily basis, maybe? Yeah? Okay. So basically, blockchain technology comes with some very cool features or properties. Some of these are data security, privacy, transparency, immutability, decentralization, and distribution. This blockchain technology can be used, for example, to send money from one point to another in a very transparent and efficient way. You can store data securely, there is no central authority, and so on. But let me jump back to the point where we first used the blockchain technology. And this happened years ago when we first integrated MetaMask connection, and we were like, wow, that's cool. This actually came to our minds that there are endless possibilities where we can use the blockchain technology. And this was the first time when we encountered decentralization. What does decentralization actually means? Well, there is no central authority. So imagine that there is nobody that allows you to post content somewhere or to do a transaction. In normal Web2, for example, when we want to send money from A to B, from one person to another, you need to go to route through a banking system. So basically, this is the central authority in this case. Another good point about lacking the central authority is that there is no owner of the data because the data is distributed. So imagine a database, basically, where I have a copy and each of you have a copy. So for example, if I unplug the whole system, okay, you still have the copy and the system can continue to work, right? Okay, so where is the blockchain used? There are multiple use cases. I will just mention a few of those like DeFi's, decentralized organization, play to earn, metaverse, asset tokenization, decentralized apps, content ownership, maybe data logging, payments. These are some of the common use cases where blockchain can be used. But of course, there are many others. Let's jump next to the NFTs. Do you own any of these? Or you recognize? Wow, a lot of people, great. So, what does an NFT mean? What does the word NFT mean? It comes from non-fungible token, which basically it's an asset that cannot be divided and it's unique. It's described by a unique identifier, by unique look, whatever. Around the NFTs, there are new businesses, or not so new now, but there are a lot of businesses that began to build, like NFT marketplaces, NFT launchpads, airdrop listings, airdrop applications based on NFTs, and so on. So with the arrival of the NFTs, new businesses risen, and that is good for the whole Web3 ecosystem. But what about the utility? As we know, NFTs were initially created as a pure form of art or to be part of a community, right? An exclusive community. It was used like a membership pass. But for example, NFTs can also be used as access and memberships, or can be used as gaming and virtual goods, can be used as a medical record, and so on. Sorry. Okay, so let's take an example. Let's say you have a package that you want to send to Brazil. What do? You go to one of your local operators. Those guys need to send to another operator until it reaches Brazil, right? But what happens with the package on the way? Let's say there is a mistake at one of the operators. Well, if we use the blockchain technology and we can associate an NFT to one of those packages, every operator has to register the whole tracing of that package. And if there is a problem, because blockchain is transparent, it's immutable, we can make sure that that package will arrive at the final destination. And in case it doesn't, we know exactly where the problem is. Another use case, for example, can be the medical record. Let's say we have a dental clinic, okay, and each patient has an NFT associated. And every time you go to that clinic, you as a patient, you can actually define what type of data you want to store or associate with that NFT, not necessarily an NFT, let's say on blockchain, and to whom you want to share your personal information, because it's very sensitive information. All right, so what's the actual truth when we build application, Web3 application? The truth is that we built Web 2.5. Blockchain technology is not yet there when it comes in terms of scalability, complexity. So if you want to create a very complex, a very scalable application, decentralized application, you still need to use traditional technologies, traditional databases. You need to cache on-chain data in a traditional database, mainly because it's faster and it's easier to access the data. You can structure the data the way you need it, and so on. These are some very technical aspects. But very shortly, complex blockchain-based applications don't really exist right now, only if you have smaller apps that can interact purely with the smart contracts. All right, because we're coming to an end with the application, for the event we have prepared an NFT. And based on this NFT, we are offering a 15-minute consultation, technical consultation for Web3 blockchain-based application. So please take a picture, scan, or you can visit our booth for those that did not yet claim their NFTs. All right, thank you very much. This was my presentation. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, everyone that organized this awesome event, and I'm looking forward to answer any questions after my pitch. Thank you very much.